What's happening, guys? My name is Nagpal and I'm still here at Samsung Forum 2015 and looking at the final mobile competitor or contender in the new series of devices that Samsung has launched. We're looking at the J1. So no, there is no Indian connotation to the J phone because this is the J1. And what we saw earlier, the Core Prime, essentially is this phone with slightly better specs. The J1 comes in with a slightly lower battery of 1850 milliamp hours. We get a slightly smaller screen, 4.3 inches, but the resolution remains the same. So you get a 480 by 800 pixel display, which in today's day and age should sort of be banned. You should ban low-res displays, but Samsung says that they'll continue to use them and people will continue to buy them. That's how the world goes around, right? We have a 5 megapixel camera at the back, a 2 megapixel camera in the front, not targeted at the high-end segment according to me. But this phone has been launched under 10,000 rupees and it's been announced right here at Forum and it's going to be available almost immediately in the Indian market. So you can stay tuned and check it out once it does get launched. The RAM on the inside is 768 megabyte and you get 4 gigabyte of ROM and a budget segment phone, but the pricing seems to be a little off. It seems to be in the 10,000 price bracket, but we'll see how it does. In fact, the build quality and the plastics used in the build of the device are really good. So overall, seems like a decent product and fairly responsive, running Android 4.4 KitKat. We'll just have to see how it does once it does come to the Indian market. So this is the J1. You're looking at the ecosystem. It's fairly fast at a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. Really responsive, running on KitKat right now. Lollipop will be pushed when, we don't know. For what it's worth, it seems to be a really responsive device. The internet is not working really well. Yeah, the internet is really struggling, so we probably will not be able to show you what that performs like. But I'll do a quick overview of the device. You have this nice chrome bezel that adds a lot of value to this relatively budget phone. Really nice chrome accents on the side of the device as well as around the buttons. A really nice chrome grille on the top for the earpiece. You do have the multitasking button on the left and a back button on the right, which will also serve dual purposes. So if you hold down the multitasking button, it'll give you the customization panel, let you change wallpapers, add widgets, etc. If you hold down on the home button, it should enable Google Now, and that's what it does. So if you just tap the home button, you go home, and if you hold down slightly longer, it'll give you Google Now. On the bottom edge of the device is the micro USB charging data syncing port along with the main microphone. On the right is the power button. On the top is a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left, the volume rockers, and like on the back, the main camera, the LED flash, the speakerphone, and the Samsung logo. Pull out the back panel if you want, and you see your SIM card slots. Again, dual SIM card slots, and you also have a micro SD card slot, which is over here, combi slot, and then you have your main 1850 milliamp hour battery, which is over here in the back. The back panel, traditional Samsung style finish, but if you see this device, it looks very premium. You have this pearl white sort of finish that I think looks really nice on this phone, and they've not added a lot of black around the back, so you see that this whole singular color design, the sort of fit of the back panel gives it a singular sort of unibody design because you can barely see the edges of the back panel. Gives it a really nice and premium look. Should be appreciated in the price segment that it's targeted at. Some certain restrictions about the specs on the screen, but the screen is really nice and bright, so it might sort of surpass the kind of resolution that many people may be looking for on this price segment of devices. My name is Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.